Anita was a young woman living in Lagos, Nigeria. She was passionate about fashion and dreamed of building a successful brand that would one day compete on international stages. Life had not been easy for her. Her family, once comfortable, had fallen on hard times after her father's business collapsed. Anita had taken on the burden of supporting her family, working tirelessly on her designs while juggling a part-time job. One sweltering afternoon, as she walked through the bustling streets of Lagos, she stumbled upon a market she had never seen before. The stalls brimmed with rare and curious items, old trinkets, handcrafted jewelry, and colorful fabrics. The air carried the scent of spices, mingled with the chatter of traders calling out to customers. Anita's eyes were drawn to a small stall tucked away in a corner. On the table lay a necklace that seemed to shimmer in the sunlight. It was exquisite, a chain of gold with a pendant carved like a flowing river, adorned with tiny emeralds and sapphires. It looked otherworldly, far too beautiful to be sitting in a dusty market stall. The seller, an old woman with piercing eyes, noticed Anita's fascination. Her voice was soft yet firm as she spoke. "That necklace has a history. It is not for everyone. It carries a price." Anita was intrigued but brushed off the woman's warning. She believed it was just a sales tactic. When she asked the price, the woman named a figure so low that Anita was certain it was a bargain. Without a second thought, she handed over the money and took the necklace. At home, Anita placed the necklace on her dressing table. It sparkled as though it held its own light. She felt a strange pull toward it and decided to wear it the next day. From the moment she put it on, things began to change. Her long-struggling business suddenly took off. A local boutique agreed to display her designs, and within days, customers flooded in to buy her pieces. She was soon invited to showcase her work at a prestigious fashion event. Her success extended beyond her career. Her mother's health, which had been fragile for years, seemed to improve overnight. Her younger brother, who had been struggling to find a job, received multiple offers. For the first time in years, the family felt hopeful. Anita believed the necklace was her good luck charm. She wore it everywhere, and with each passing day, her fame grew. Her designs were featured in magazines, and international brands began to take notice. It seemed as though her dreams were finally coming true. But then, the troubles began. One night, Anita woke from a vivid dream. She was standing by a river, surrounded by mist. A figure emerged from the water, a woman with glowing eyes and hair that flowed like waves. The woman spoke, though her words were incomprehensible. Anita felt an overwhelming sense of dread and woke up in a cold sweat. The next day, her younger brother fell seriously ill. Doctors were unable to diagnose the problem, and his condition worsened rapidly. Around the same time, her mother began having strange nightmares about water and drowning. Anita dismissed these events as coincidences, but more misfortunes followed. Her boutique partner accused her of stealing designs, tarnishing her reputation. At a major fashion event, her collection mysteriously fell apart on stage, leaving her humiliated. The success that had come so easily was slipping through her fingers. The dreams of the river woman became more frequent, each more unsettling than the last. Anita felt as though she was being watched, even during the day. Her family's troubles deepened. Her mother's health began to decline again, and her brother's illness grew worse. Desperate for answers, Anita turned to her village. She confided in her aunt, who was well-versed in traditional beliefs and practices. After listening carefully, her aunt suggested they visit the village's native doctor, a spiritual healer. The native doctor listened to Anita's story and inspected the necklace. His expression grew grave as he explained its history. The necklace, he said, was no ordinary piece of jewelry. It was a sacred artifact belonging to a marine spirit, a goddess of the river. Generations ago, Anita's ancestor had been a wealthy trader who stumbled upon the necklace during his travels. It was said to bring wealth and prosperity, but only to those who treated it with respect. The trader, blinded by greed, had stolen it from the river goddess's shrine, breaking a sacred covenant. In her anger, the goddess cursed his lineage, vowing to take back what was hers. The necklace had resurfaced in Anita's life, bringing with it both blessings and curses. The native doctor warned that the longer she kept it, the more harm it would bring to her and her family. To break the curse, the necklace had to be returned to the goddess in a ritual of repentance. The ritual was not an easy decision for Anita. Returning the necklace meant giving up the success she had worked so hard to achieve. She wrestled with fear and doubt, torn between her dreams and her family's safety. On the night of the ritual, Anita stood by the river, accompanied by her aunt and the native doctor. The air was thick with tension as the native doctor called upon the river goddess, chanting ancient prayers. The water rippled, though there was no wind, and a glowing figure emerged, the woman from Anita's dreams. The goddess's presence was both beautiful and terrifying. She spoke of the betrayal of Anita's ancestors and the greed that had disrupted the balance of nature. Anita, trembling, offered the necklace and begged for forgiveness. The goddess demanded more than words. To prove her sincerity, Anita was asked to let go of her career and start anew, free from the influence of the cursed necklace. Anita hesitated but ultimately agreed, placing the necklace in the water. The river glowed as the goddess disappeared, taking the necklace with her. Life after the ritual was difficult. Anita's career crumbled, and she faced the daunting task of rebuilding from scratch. But as time passed, she found a new sense of purpose. She began designing clothes inspired by her culture and heritage, drawing strength from her roots. Her work gained recognition not for its glamour but for its authenticity and soul. Her family's troubles eased. Her brother recovered, her mother's health improved, and their home was filled with laughter once more. Anita learned to value the things that truly mattered: her family, her integrity, and the satisfaction of honest work. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story and love African folklore, culture, and captivating tales with deep lessons, don't forget to like the video and share your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more stories like this, and don't forget to toggle on the notification bell so you never miss